As you know very well, we have talked about in different vocabularies. As you know, the vocabulary, you must have to know the basic stuff, right? Your sentence in, I mean, subject, verb, and object, right? And how we're going to extend it our this basic sentence into a complex one, right? That is the crucial part. And in this situation, we must have to have a different varieties of vocabularies. I mean, every single part of speech we must need to know it, right? And if you make our sentence more quality one, richest one, right? So overall, we talked about many phrasal verbs and other stuff as you have gone through this stuff, right? So what is in your mind as a youngsters? You might have many things you just going through in your mind, right? For overall, you just say about the today's class and how it is going to help you out for your future careers, right? Yeah, little bit you see like this way. Yeah. Now we start now. So in today's class, we learned about all the phrasal verbs as well as like we discussed about 2000 of the vocabularies that are mostly used. Rather than that, we do like this vocabularies almost every day, which mostly helps us to write, speak, and even read. Yeah. So this can help us increase our knowledge a lot on all the things that we can write, and mostly when we see the newspapers and articles, yeah, we see that they have the most qualityful sentences and the words that are used are in a very advanced level. Yeah. So from that we can understand how they're using the vocabularies, then phrasal verbs as well as many other conjunctions, auxiliary verbs. Make you sentences in a we call it quality one, right? Yeah. So in this situation, you must have to have the vocab. That's I mean to like C1, C2 level, right? But we shouldn't ignore the year one, year two level because our foundation is connected to every single vocab, right? Well, if we need to raise our voice in the up to the certain point, right? We must have to bring the words that's we really need them. Well, the connection is very important, isn't it? To make your basic sentence into a quality one, I mean the advanced level, you must need to power space. Could you tell about it like a power space? So, like the parts of speech, I would tell that there are mainly 8 parts, as we all know, in the parts of speech. Most of them are needed for our daily life activities like writing and reading, as well as talking. Yeah. So, the base root of the things are the vocabs. Yeah. If we know more vocabs and the words like advanced C1, C2 words that we can use, as well as the one A1 and A2 words, we can compete with anything that are ahead of us, and we can like explore our language to ourselves and express our language to the others in a total openly way. But when we consider the other positions, we mostly, like the other peoples, don't know how to use the words and how to get the words. So they are in loss of words to express their feelings and the thought they are now currently feeling. So you should want to play with the words. Yes. What do you say about it? Like you play with the words. So playing with words, we need a lot of basics, which contains the connectors, then phrasal verbs, as I told before, then verbs, as well as conjunctions. Yeah. So these are the root levels of the words that we can play with. Yeah. For example, we should know the prefix and suffix, which are the most important to express our feelings. Yeah, to extend it of word family. Yeah. Yeah. That time we could get more words so that we can play with words while writing and reading. Rather than that, we can use the conjunctions to add the words, make a sentence, make a paragraph, and we can extend it as long as we can. Yeah, valid speaking. Yeah. As you know very well, the word has the power, but you can use it the right way. We should use the word. Yeah, so simple word could be the powerful one. Unless you use, and in this situation, I would mean to you like a collocation. As you know, the verses goes with other words, right? Okay. Exactly, the vocab. Where are we going to use it? So if you get the collocation, it's massively going to change your voice, The people going to identify you on the native level. Otherwise, people in Bangladeshi student, I mean, most of them just got the very complicated word that they're not used to, right? What does it mean to frequent word? Frequent word means to frequently use it.
right? Frequent word doesn't mean to high range word, but people can understand it. Usually people are not using, only many words are using in a written word, okay, for dissertation, let's say that, but not really using in a communication. But people have thought, hey, get the words like a very C2 level word and get the numbers, right? Do you believe in?
I actually don't believe in this. We should use the advanced level, but we should use more frequent words that are being used in our daily life and the vocabs that we have learned from the basics,
Yeah.
as this can make our writing more strong and can make our speech more powerful.
Yeah.
So this does not only contribute to our writings and speaking, as well as we can express ourselves,
Yeah.
and we can think in a more open way rather than just keep closed in a number of words. So rather than advanced words, I would say the frequently used words and the more basic vocabs are the better. Yeah, C1 and C2.
Unless you go for like in the written part.
Yeah,
In
of course.
written part, of course, you have to have a like certain
Advanced
academic
one.
vocabularies that the normal was the walk. In written word, sometimes the phrasal verb is in the walking. You know what I mean? But when I go for a conversation, if you make like a native level, you must have the phrasal verbs. It's very, I mean, significantly is work for it.
Yes.
And you're gonna understand the native people when you see the movies, dramas, many more stuff. Right? That's work for it. How about the sound? Would you say anything about the sound? Why it's very important for our sound, for our expressing our ideas?
So sound like the phonetic sounds,
Yeah.
I would say that we have like mostly 44 sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
phonetic
the consonant sound.
vowel and consonants, which are great to improve our speaking and orientations, because when we express ourselves, we should pronounce the words correctly, as well as we should like do not stumble in the words, and we should not stammer during telling us or speaking. So for that, we will need a phonetics and phonemics charts, which are great to improve our speaking language and our sounds, as well as we can use our normal vocab sheets that are provided to us.
So what does it mean to smart English in this situation? As you said, like we're providing the 360 smart academic English. Do you have any idea about it?
So I don't have a lot of idea about smart English, but I would say smart English 360 smart English means to cover all the academic studies as well as for our like life long teachings.
Yeah.
Because when we grow up, we won't get the basics anymore. We have to go to more advanced level. So if we get stuck in the middle of the academic words, we would say that we should have been stuck, but it should not be there, because when we tell or write something, we should always use the our more advanced level as we go on a more upper grade. So I would say that advanced English is a great opportunity for us.
Advanced throughout your voice, your presentation, your academic writing, and even the listening, right?
Yes.
And also the reading part. Reading gonna get the great impression to have the knowledge. That's just to store as your knowledge, your power up, right? That's work for you. So I think you just got it through, as you have mentioned to you. It's gonna work for you the great way. All right. So thank you very much. You did
Yes.
well. Thank you. Well.